How's it going, everyone? This is K Collections, and this is my review on the 1/7 scale Musashi figure from Phat. Now, Phat does have some QC issues, mainly paint issues, from what I've seen on forums and other reviews. For mine, there was a huge paint chip on top of her head. I kind of fixed it with paint, but let me try to show you guys real quick. From what I've seen on online images and reviews, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but somewhere around here, you see two marks. There was a huge paint scratch. I fixed it a bit with some painting, so it looked a lot better. But I think out of the several figures I've seen, that's the main area where there was repeated paint chipping. So if you are buying this figure, make sure, you can't really see through the box, but that's an area you should be aware of. So aside from the paint chip on top of the head, I don't see any other paint issues. I'm pretty sure there may be a few paint bleeds here and there, but Phat is known for having a lot of QC issues. Their Mordred figure had a lot of issues, and it's no surprise when buying from that company. But aside from, I guess, some of these QC issues, some worse, some are a lot better. I read on forums that there were no QC issues for this figure for other collectors, so that's good for them. But it's kind of expected at this point. But aside from the chip on top of the head, like I mentioned already, there's really no other paint issues. And in terms of painting, my god, the painting on the clothing looks simply amazing. Like the petals and flowers on her clothing, especially towards the back, that looks freaking wonderful. And the sculpt work is amazing, especially her face. Looks like Musashi, that's all I asked for. I know there are some manufacturers that kind of mess up on the face. Aquamarine and the Ogita Altar is a huge example of bad face sculpt, but this looks like Musashi, looks like her 3rd Ascension art. So the only area where I think you'll see some sculpting issues will be on the hair, and I think it's because of the paint buildups. They didn't really make it clean, especially right there you see somewhat of a bump on top of her hair, or this portion. So kind of annoying since it's in the front, but it's not really that noticeable from a distance. Besides that, sculpted hairlines is wonderful, especially towards the back. Nice detailing. The painting is a bit of a light pink translucent coloring, so I really like that. One thing is, I kind of wish there were more sculpted hairlines on this portion of the hair. It's kind of flat, but you're not really going to see it since she'll be facing forward. But if you do look towards the back, again, it looks kind of plain, so a few sculpted lines would have been appreciated. For the katana, it has this nice metallic shine on the blade, and the detailings on the handle, also good. I also appreciate the translucent flame effect, and the detailing and, sculpting overall is wonderful, especially how it bends on the top portion. It has this nice flow, just like a flame should. And here is the other one. And again, the metallic shine on that blade just looks wonderful. I forgot to talk about the sculpting for the clothing. I really like it. Nice wrinkles and folds, as you see. And towards the back, it looks, again, this figure in general is quite amazing, quite expensive, but if you can look past the QC issues, I think it will be worth it for you. Here is a side-by-side comparison with a 1/7 scale Aresh figure. Here's a side-by-side comparison with a 1/7 scale Okita figure. Here's a comparison with a 1/8 scale figure. Keep in mind, Ozzy is on the smaller scale within the 1/8, and as you can see, they do not look good next to each other. Musashi looks like a giant compared to freaking Ozzy. He looks like a kid. Now, this Musashi figure is towards the 1/8 scale, so this is a better representation than Ozzy, I think. And yeah, I'm a fan of Musashi. These two, and I think there is another prize figure by Furyu, I believe, are the only Musashi figures on the market right now. Obviously, they're gonna make a lot more because she's a very popular character. So my final thoughts on this figure, like I mentioned already, if you look past some of these QC issues, then buy this. It's an excellent figure, well sculpted, and aside from, I guess, some painting issues or chips here and there, the painting overall is good. Now, again, it's randomized. Some people say they have huge marks on the clothing, which sucks, and others say they didn't experience any issues with this figure whatsoever. I did say that the most, I guess, repeated problem with this figure is the painting chip on top of the head. I've seen maybe like 3 or 4 figures with the same issue, so to me, I think that's the main concern. You can fix it, it depends. I saw on some figures, the paint chip was not really noticeable. For mine, it was a huge scratch. I had to repaint it, and that's something you could do as well if you're comfortable with fixing some of these issues. And for over 200 bucks, I mean, it's honestly on you, or it depends on your perspective. If you want to take a chance, just realize this won't be perfect. There will be issues, and if you're towards the lucky side, then hey, that's great on you. But aside from that, I do recommend this if you are a Musashi fan. As of right now, I don't think they're making any more Saber Musashi. They are making the Berserker Musashi figures down the line, or down the road. So if you just want any Musashi figures, I say wait for those, because Alter is making two actually. One's a casual outfit and the other is her summer outfit. But the only Saber scale figure right now is by Phat, which sucks, but maybe in the future they'll make a lot more, since again, like I said, she is very popular. Maybe one with a more dynamic pose. Well, that's it everyone. I hope you guys enjoy this. Special thanks to all my patrons and sponsors. If you want to support my channel, check out my Patreon or channel membership. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Fate content. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join my Discord server. All links are in the description. Have an awesome day everyone, till next time.